air conditioning truck, you know it?
As hot as it is here in Texas, yeah.
Come on, Hawkeye. Come on, buddy. All right, hand guy right there.
We got our little sidekick, Mr. Hawkeye. If y'all don't know what Hawkeye's from, y'all not in this era.
I'm not in this era with that name. Well, my name's Leland. Welcome to the Richland Hillbillies Facebook page. We're going to start off our first couple of videos introducing the vehicles that I currently have. Now this is my 97 Chevy Silverado. My aunt and uncle bought this truck new in 97 with less than 10 miles on it. It came from the Truck Connection out of Kennedale, Texas. It had 2-inch drop shackles on it, had the running boards, 15x8s, big old balloon tires, stock 350, 4L60E, nothing special. Had a really nice interior in it. My dad bought it from them in 2000. They started a family. Getting kids under the back seat was kind of a pain in the butt. And then I bought it from my dad in 2007-ish. He actually got rear-ended in it. They totaled out the truck. I bought it for the buyback on the insurance. My dad didn't want to have anything to do with it. He was done with it, over it, so I paid the buyback and got the truck. I fixed it within a week of buying it. I put a new bumper on the back of it, new tailgate. That was all that really got damaged in the accident that he was in. A month after that, I was living in an apartment in Hearst. A drunk driver hit it at 3 o'clock in the morning. She tore the axle out from underneath the back of the truck, demolished this side of the bed, took out the whole cab corner, which I kind of made a mistake. I went cheap on the body work. I paid a guy to do it, and it is just a half a gallon of Bondo on that corner. I have another buddy who's a good body guy, one of the best body technicians I've ever seen. I've got a donor cab corner for it. We're actually going to section a whole new cab corner and fix that. Took me a couple years to find it, but I did find a step shaver kit for the back, so we will be shaving those steps off the back. He's also going to go through, fix all the hail dents. Got some hail dents on the roof, you know, a couple dents here and there. Nothing really drastic other than that cab corner. And I'm actually going to paint it back to the factory color. And at factory, it's this champagne color, which I absolutely love this color. Sorry about the dinging. Absolutely love this color. It's not your typical color that guys build a truck like this. Interior's real basic. These seats are actually from an NNBS. They're in here temporarily. I've got my back seat, my factory seat, or my bucket seats that the conversion company put in. I've got those out. I'm getting them redone. The leather was all messed up. The padding was gone. You know, so those are getting redone. Normally, this is a full weight truck with a set of subs under the back seat. It is a driver. It will always be a street truck, no matter how far I push it. I want to keep it a street truck. I want to keep air conditioning. I can still haul my wife and my daughter in it when the back seat's installed. All the work on this truck from that point on has been done by me and my buddies. I did the LS swap with the help of a couple of really good friends, which you will eventually meet later on this channel. But it has a 6-liter LQ4 from a 07 Classic. Had 140,000 miles on it before it was built. I got the entire driveline from Eric Mitchen at Mitch's Motorsports. I've known the guy for a long time. He's a great dude. He does some stuff out of his own personal shop. He's out of the Rome, Justin, Texas area. He focuses on LS stuff. He does, you know, newer Chevy trucks with 5.3s, 4.8s, 6 liters, Cadillac CTSVs, Corvette, stuff like that. Great dude. I highly recommend it. I recommend him. Anyway, he put this engine together initially. It had really thick Cometic head gaskets on it, with stock heads. Had a Little John's Motorsport Stage 2 turbo cam. He had a big old turbo for it. He planned to boost it to the moon. Then he sold the truck it was going to go in for whatever reason, and I was looking for an LS swap for this truck. We made a deal. I couldn't pass it up. He made me a great deal on it. Since then, I pulled the stock heads off. I put these on. I got these from a buddy that he had done for his truck, and he decided to go square port. These are stock 317 heads, but they've had quite a bit of metal milled off of them. I did all the math. It's running right around 10-to-1 compression. They are CNC ported, so the ports are gorgeous on these heads. It has BTR, dual valve springs. I put a TSP stage 4 truck cam in it after I called them and told them what I'm trying to do. When I had the boost cam in here, the truck would back half the track really well, but the 60-foot times were terrible. They were 2.2, 2.3 in there. Traction never really has been a problem until I put the new converter in it. More on that in a second. So when the driveline originally went in, it was 8.5-ish to 1. Had a factory Gen 3 truck intake manifold on it, a 2500 Circle D stall converter in it. I have a 4LED in it. It's fully built. Got freaking awesome clutches in it, billet shafts, I mean, it is built. Stock drive shaft. I built the factory 10 bolt that's in it. It's got Yukon Duragrip in it, Mosier axles, Mosier diff cover, 390 gear set. I'm running on a 295 5015 Mickey Thompson ET Street on the back. The front are just the cheapest 205 75s I could get from Discount Tire. Balling on a budget. It does pretty good. Now with a new converter that's in it was built by Cameron Lang at Jake's Performance out of Sanger, Texas, and I love this converter. It completely changed this truck. Before with the old converter and even with this cam, my 60-foot times were 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, you know, kind of in there. With this converter, it knocked my 60-foot times down to 1.8, 1.9, which is awesome. I did take the truck to Cletus and Cars 2020 back in February, and that was with the old Circle D converter. It ran a 13.1 with a 60 foot, and my 8th mile was an 880, I believe, if I remember correctly. Did the converter change 2 months ago, so it's been in the heat of Texas since I got the converter in it. The truck drives so much stronger. It feels beefy. Before it was a little sluggish out of the hole. Now it's freaking great. My 60-foot times are, like I said, 1.8, 1.9. I had it on at the quarter mile today down in Ennis, Texas. I was really, really hoping to run like a 12.8 or a 12.9, but you know, I'm still learning this drag racing deal. My time today was my best time today was like a 13.7, an 8.8 8th mile. My 60-foot times were like 1.8. So I mean, it's not terrible. I'm assuming it's the heat or the altitude. Truck runs freaking amazing in Houston. Almost makes me want to move down there. Not quite. Trying to think of what else. It's still an AC truck. I went with the Sandin SD7 compressor on it, custom line set. This truck was built in my driveway from the crank pulley to the pinion. Everything was done in my driveway. I built the harness for it. It was my first LS harness altogether. I did it with information from Lex Tech and some help from Kevin Robinson, where if you're into these trucks, you know what Kevin Robinson is. He's an awesome dude. Was very patient in teaching an idiot that didn't know what the hell he was doing some stuff along the way. So thank you, Kevin. I appreciate your help. Other than that, kind of basic build. Nothing real special. I do have a TBSS intake manifold on it, a 92mm Nicky Williams throttle body, 42-pound SVT injectors. Maybe I didn't need the ejectors. Maybe I did. Either way, it doesn't matter. That's what I have on it. Show-filled long tube headers, 2.5-inch exhaust, no cats, SLP loudmouths. Other than that, kind of basic. 4.6 drop. It has a DJM adjustable flip kit in the back where I can set the pinion angle and all that good stuff. I've got VAS track bars on the back. Love those bars. Completely changed the way the truck hooked. Those went on actually really, really early. When I first put this swap together, it would break the tires loose pretty bad. It would dip and squat real hard. I put those bars on it. It puts the tires into the ground and hooks now. I lost my train of thought. Okay, the front drop is 2-inch spindles and 2-inch springs. Nothing real special there. It does have that notorious OBS squat in the frame. It's on the list. It will be getting fixed. I've got a whole new kit to rebuild the front end with Mevotech ball joints. Other than that, just real basic. I'm kind of more of a basic clean. Shave the tailgate, keeping my door handles, stuff like that. This will always be a street truck. It does have a blower in its future. I've got my heart set on a 2.9 liter Whipple. The plan is to pick that up in March, April of 2021. Got a couple things that are going to get paid off to be able to do that. I got to do that. I got to do a fuel system, support it. The goal is 750-ish, somewhere there, a little over 700 horse that you can drive every day. That's my plan. I want to be able to jump in this with my wife and my daughter and go on power tour. I'm not sure if I'm going to take this on Rocky Mountain Race Week or the other truck that I plan on building, which you will hear about that one later. That's a little bit of a surprise. But one of them will definitely be going on Rocky Mountain Race Week. This one, definitely going to wind up doing Power Tour. My wife really wants to do Power Tour. We're trying to hit LS Fest East this year. We'll be trailering it because I will be racing it. And if I break it, I've got to be able to get it home. I can drive this thing anywhere. I would jump in it right now and drive the thing. You pick any state you want, and I would drive it there. I do worry about snapping a drive shaft, or I doubt that I'd hurt the axle, but I worry about, U-joints and the drive shaft itself. Now, who knows? That's 140,000 mile bottom end. I doubt that I'll kick a rod, but you never know. Could. It is a Gen 4 rotating assembly in that motor, so it's strong. I haven't ever had any issues out of it. I think that just about covers this truck. Anything I'm forgetting?
No, not that I can think of.
Sorry guys, a little thirsty.
Getting y'all video of the truck not showing the license plate.
Getting hot, buddy. Can we get you the truck?